Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back reacting to another episode of Marvel's What If. This is episode 4. It is called What If Doctor Strange Lost His Heart Instead of His Hands. I presume not like his literal heart, but you know, who knows? It is What If, so anything could happen, I guess. What happened last time on What If though? Last time was all about Yellow Jacket, Hank Pym, taking revenge on the Avengers, not the Revengers, for the death of his daughter, because she became a SHIELD agent. That was like the thing that changed, right? Like she became a SHIELD agent. I believe the Winter Soldier actually probably killed her outside of Ukraine, and then because she died, her dad kind of went on a war path, and Loki came down for revenge, and he ended up taking over the planet after the whole conflict was done. So that's kind of crazy. I am really enjoying this this series so far. I like the animation style. I like generally the voice acting has been pretty decent. I know a lot of these actors aren't necessarily like accomplished voice actors or super familiar with doing that. Benedict Cumberbatch, I believe, will do great because he has done a lot of voice acting before. One of the most prominent things that I can remember him doing voice acting from was he played the dragon Smaug in The Hobbit: Desolation of Smaug, and he did great in that. And he like really gets into the role too. So I am gonna assume that he is gonna do really well for this episode. Before we jump into that though, please consider leaving a like on the video, and please consider subscribing. It means a ton to me. And if full-length reactions are something that interests you, consider supporting me on Patreon. I post all my full uncut reactions in watch-along format, so you sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. There, you can become a super supporter and get featured in every single one of my videos. But other than that, let's jump into it. Sorry, gotta be weird sometimes. It's a requirement.
Evening, handsome.
This? No, I just pulled it out of the dryer. Whereas you, stunning.
I'm only going for dessert. You promised me creme brulee.
Oh, are they gonna crash and she's gonna die?
Something. You wouldn't just wing it.
So that he lost his heart. Got it. It's gonna be an episode about grief and mourning.
You performed a radical hemispherectomy. Successfully.
Well, that was the plan.
Yeah, well, I would call that quite remarkable.
I wonder if there's any doctors that could elaborate on if that's actually cool. Oh, he's gonna try and pass these people. Dang it!
Steven!
Ooh.
You're okay.
Oh, no, you're not. Oh, no. That's not good.
Oh, no, Christine. Come on, Christine.
In this universe,
She dies.
Stephen Strange didn't lose his hands, but his heart. Grief-stricken, Strange sought answers across the world and in the mystic arts.
Oh, he's gonna try and go back in time
Manipulation and alteration
and bring her back, isn't he?
And when the threat came, and the Ancient One was lost, Stephen Strange stood tall. The man of science became the sorcerer supreme.
Dormammu, I've come to
bargain.
bargain.
Yet despite all he'd gained, Stephen Strange could not let go of the past.
How long has it been? 2 years tonight. What are you doing?
It's rough stuff, man.
Suggest you join me before you do something reckless.
Oh, he's about to get reckless. Stephen Strange is reckless to the core. And here we go. Wow, he got right back there.
Buck up, Strange. You promised me creme brulee.
Say the word, Christine, and I will give you the world.
Marry her. So it's gonna happen no matter what, isn't it?
I don't know. Well, this is shaping up to be a night to remember.
Well, they still got hit? How'd they still get hit? They didn't stop.
No, not again. No! Christine!
She's gonna have to go through this whole 2-year process again.
Evening, handsome.
You're
Is he actually going back in time, or is this just in his head? Is he trying to see how things would have gone?
taking a different route? It's okay. We'll be fine.
She's getting... Okay, you're not going anywhere. You're just gonna stay at that hotel.
Let's
Skip the
say
hotel.
We'll
Yeah.
order pizza and creme brulee.
Oh no, I am not getting grease on this dress.
No.
What, does she have an aneurysm? What happened?
Genius.
No matter what he does, she dies. God. That's rough. And then, oh, he's just gonna not show up. Maybe he thinks if he just isn't involved.
The death of one Dr. Christine
Oh, even when he doesn't show up, she dies.
Why does this keep happening? Aren't we allowed to be happy?
Maybe I should try.
You're the only thing that matters.
God, this is a depressing episode. He's gonna become jaded and angry. Is that
Good
Tilda
evening,
Swinton?
Dr. Strange. Are you having car trouble?
What?
Her death is an absolute point in time.
Absolute.
Unchangeable, unmovable.
Without her death, you
It happens anyway. It's just like Doctor Who.
would be the sorceress who
Waters of
and
Mars.
the guardian of the Eye of
You cannot reverse an absolute point.
Nothing is impossible. You taught me that. I only require more power.
The greatest sorcerers of the past could not reverse.
Please do not do this, or I will be forced to stop you.
You'd have to find me first.
Where's he going? Wow. Fancy.
No door. Clever. Hello?
So he's just gonna have to get rid of all these traps along the way.
You have to be the strangest
guy
dressed
does
sorcerer
speak
I've
English.
ever seen.
Yeah, it's Armani.
I come here for Sorcerer Cagliostro.
This way. Sorcerer Armani.
No, it's strange.
Not any stranger than any other name. This
Nice callback to the line in the Doctor Strange movie. Strange, is it? Who am I to say?
The power required.
Ooh, that
for
symbol
an
is a
absolute
bad
point
symbol.
in time is immense.
And nigh impossible to obtain.
Gain the power through the absorption of other beings.
Oh, that's not good. You don't want to absorb other beings, Strange? What?
Whoa.
Is this the same tentacle monster from
I brought you here because
Peggy's episode?
to borrow.
Do you mind sharing a tentacle or two? Please?
Awkward. Didn't work out great.
Is she worth the pain?
A man does not suffer like
Every moment of it.
there is a fine.
Love can break more than your heart. It can shatter your mind.
True. And I'm guessing he will have his mind shattered.
And in which book did you read that?
No book, Armani. Life taught me.
If they won't surrender their power, I'll take it. Let's start small.
Just a little gnome thing. Gonna murder this thing. Oh my god. That's messed up. A bug!
Nice cape.
That thing from the Bug's Life? Oh, he just takes his cape. That's all he did was take the cape. Ooh, that thing looks intense. That's the dragon! Dude, that's like straight Mephisto stuff right there. It's Man-Bat!
He's on the wrong path. I could warn him, intervene. But the fate of his universe is not worth risking the safety of all others.
Oh, he's gonna definitely intervene at some point. Maybe not this episode, but...
Hello?
Ooh, he noticed him.
Who's that?
Stephen Strange noticed the Watcher. He's gonna absorb the wrong deity at some point. Yeah, he's losing his mind right now. He's gonna, less and less of him is gonna be there. That is crazy messed up, bruh. Well, I mean, he's like a god tier being now.
You use magic to remain frozen for centuries.
I choose
What?
to live.
But I can reverse this. You will live longer, forever.
Hush. Even in our world, death is part of the plan.
He was just like chilling in there for years.
Accept that.
But maybe the other strange will.
What?
Can't you see?
You are only half a man, living half a life.
Interesting. What does that mean?
It was true.
Interesting. So, I thought alternate choices create alternate universes. What is going on? I'm confused.
I drew upon the power of the dark dimension to split the timeline. To split you,
Interesting.
allowing for two of your possible timelines to occur in one universe.
Weird.
That's the simplest or smartest thing to do.
Exceedingly dangerous, actually.
And now I have an evil twin?
More like misguided.
If the other Strange succeeds in
He cannot save us, Stephen. The resulting temporal paradox will destroy this universe.
our time is running out.
I fear the only sorcerer
He's gonna have
strong
to
enough
fight
to
himself.
stop Dr. Strange is you.
Doctor Strange.
But do you want to stop him? When you in love with this Christine,
Part of him might not want to.
how would you find him?
I think he'll find you. He'll want to absorb him.
Oh, that's not great.
Nope, it's not.
Hello. Welcome to his murder dungeon.
Do not be frightened, old friend, for we are one and the same.
That's messed up.
You can't bring her back. The world out there is breaking. Don't you dare lie to me. I am you.
You are barely containing that, brother. You need to chill.
If we save Christine, we destroy the world.
I told you she doesn't understand.
We love Christine. This isn't love.
Look at this.
This is arrogance. This is our need to fix everything. It's what drove us to study the mystic arts in the first place.
And look where we are.
You can't save her. She's dead.
He's very powerful. Yeah, you gonna do some messed up stuff, bruh. Like this is like in Infinity War when they did all sorts of crazy weird stuff with magic. Now they can do even more due to the nature of animation. Ooh, cape on cape fighting. Good cape versus bad cape. Oh, his protection wards are fading. They're just trying to watch. Oh no! He killed the cape. That's not good. Ooh, he's in the shadow. What the F? Did he lose? Did the good one lose?
I love you.
Bigger than you, Stevie boy. Protection spells going bye-bye. It's like a Naruto fight, just beating each other up in midair like this.
No.
Oh no. Well, they're whole now. Oh, this is not good. You're gonna burn up this universe. What the frick is going on?
It's me, Christine.
Oh my god. What's happening?
She's gonna think she's in hell.
I can fix this.
She's gonna disappear. This whole world is disappearing. It was for nothing. It's not gonna work, Stevie boy.
You could stop this. Please, fix this.
The same way you fixed Christine.
I was wrong. You were warned.
I read about you, sensed your presence. You're a god. You can undo this.
He's not gonna.
And neither will you.
But I can't interfere. You more more than anyone else should understand that meddling with time and events only leads to more destruction.
He's just gonna let this universe collapse. That's insane. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Stephen? What did you do?
He's just gonna be alone in this little sphere for eternity. Oh my God.
One choice, one moment, can destroy the entire universe.
That's the whole thing? Oh my God. That's insane. Oh, that was depressing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the watcher at some point is definitely going to interfere in one of these episodes, right? Like, he keeps making such a big point about how he can't interfere, and even right here, Doctor Strange noticed him. Like, he knew about him. First of all, he read about him, and he was able to communicate with him. So I think at some point down the road, we're gonna see him make the choice to interfere. Okay, that was a very kind of bleak episode, a bleak, depressing episode. You know, you kind of expect these stories to come out relatively okay. You know, I think most people, if they would have watched up until the last 5 minutes of the episode, maybe they would have been like, okay, somehow, you know, something will happen to where he goes back to the point where he wasn't gonna do it, and everything's, you know, fine again, but he's sad and the universe is saved. But no, they go full on sad boy, full on end of the world depression status, and they just end this guy's universe. Like, the Watcher refuses to act, and he just lets this universe be destroyed due to Doctor Strange's grief and hubris. But yeah, so the main premise of this episode is that, you know, instead of Doctor Strange, you know, being alone in his car crash and crushing his hands, he has Christine with him, and she dies instead of him injuring his hands. And that leads him, you know, he still becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. He still essentially goes through all of the events of the Doctor Strange movie, obviously minus the parts where she's involved. And he, you know, he's been Doctor Strange for 2 years at that point. And he makes the choice to go back. He's gonna fix it, and it's kind of like Groundhog Day, or really any time loop story you've seen 1 trillion times, where he just keeps going back and back and back. And then the Ancient One tries to stop him, but instead of like killing it, she knows she can't beat him, right? Like, so she's like, I'm the only person who can beat him is him. So she splits him, like, she splits his timeline into 2. Like, very complicated. I'm not sure I fully understand exactly how that works necessarily, but she split his timeline in 2 so that, you know, one version of himself, the timeline went back to the moment where he could or could not make the choice to go back in time, right? So the bad version that we kind of had been following for most of the episode, he does make the choice to go back in time, and he seeks more power, and he allows his grief to overtake him. Kind of similar in some senses to what happened with Wanda in WandaVision, where she was just so overcome by grief that she allowed it to take control and get the better of her good nature and lead her down a path of villainy in a sense, right? So yeah, he just keeps seeking power, and he presumably becomes aware of the fact that the timelines have been split, and he was just chilling in that little space for so long that the guy who met him got old and died just because he was there for centuries. Like he was, or decades. He was just there for so long. But then the other good version of Doctor Strange, he has to go fight him, and you think he's gonna prevail, and it's a nice solid battle. I enjoyed the animation, reminiscent of Infinity War when he's fighting Thanos. Like just the cool creative ways that they can show the sorcery happen on the screen. The only downer part of this episode, honestly, was the voice acting. I think most of them did great. Benedict Cumberbatch did great. I think Wong did great. I enjoyed Rachel McAdams. I think did really well, and the sorcerer that he meets back in time did really well. But I think, I feel bad because she's an incredible actress normally, but I think Tilda Swinton was really, really bad in this. Like, she sucked. Like she literally she sounded like they asked her to do this episode and she just literally phoned it in, like recorded herself on her phone, like not necessarily maybe even in a voiceover booth or anything like that. Like she sounded like she just recorded it on her phone, with the script in front of her and not with anyone giving her any direction. She just kind of literally phoned it in, and then they went with that and they didn't ask her to fix it at all. Her voice acting was real rough, but I think most everyone else did a decent job. They even got like Leslie Bibb to be the news anchor for like 2 seconds of this episode. Like that's crazy. Yeah, like you think you hope and you think that the good will prevail in this universe and things will be different, but no, I mean things are different. Like the bad guy wins, but then after he wins, he loses harder than ever before, because even though he succeeds in bringing Christine back, the world that they're in is still collapsing, and she, she's technically alive, but she just is going to fade away like everyone else. And I guess he didn't anticipate that. He was warned about the universe ending, and he was like, doesn't matter. His greed and grief was just too much. And he didn't realize until it was too late that that was the wrong thing. And he begged the Watcher to help, and he was like, bro, no. Like, you had your warning. Not helping you through this. And I wonder if the Watcher could have done something. I don't know the full extent of like his abilities, like what he can do. Obviously he can probably perceive all of these vast realities at once, and he kind of operates outside of time, but can also like interject himself, because he literally had a conversation with Doctor Strange in this. So that's crazy. I think this is one of the more, I think this is kind of tied, maybe. I think I don't know how to, this one is like the episodes 2, 3, and 4 now have all been very different in tone, and I think I like them all equally, due to the difference in tone. Like none of them have been exactly the same. Like the T'Challa one was kind of kooky and out there and weird, and then last week was like the genre of like murder mystery was very intriguing, and then this one is just like a dark horror, just sad time loop, depression fest, like just sad times all around. So I really dig the different styles. I think so. The episodes 2, 3, and 4 right now are kind of tied for first place for me, and then episode 1 is in 4th place. I don't know if that weird dimension monster thing was the same one that Peggy fought in episode 1. That would be really interesting if that was the case. But yeah, that was a good episode. It was very sad and depressing, but it was still good. I think we're setting ourselves up going forward that eventually the Watcher will find some sort of reason to interfere. Because he said earlier in the episode, he's like, I could warn him, like I could intervene and stop him right here, but he's like, I'd rather let this play out and see what happens. And then in the end, he literally has a conversation with him. So it's like, at some point, this guy's going to interfere and he's going to do something, which will be very interesting to see. But I think it's all I got to say. Let me know what you thought of this episode down below in the comments. Did you enjoy the animation? Did you enjoy the story as much as I did? Were you also critical of Tilda Swinton's voice acting? Yeah, let me know all your thoughts down below. If you liked this reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me, helps my channel out a ton. Subscribe if you want to see more reactions to Marvel's What If. And if the full-length reaction to this episode is something that interests you, consider supporting me on Patreon. I post all my full, uncut reactions over there in watch-along format. There you can also become a super supporter and get featured in every single one of my videos. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.